Hello! Welcome to the New York Immigration Coalition's Know Your Rights video series. My name is Natalie, and today I will be explaining our rights and how to use them if you are visited by immigration enforcement, commonly known as ICE, at your workplace. Every single person in this country has rights, regardless of your immigration status. We all have the right to remain silent and not answer questions, and to refuse a search of our person, home, and belongings. These rights still apply during an interaction with ICE at your workplace. We have different rights depending on where we are physically. There are public spaces, private spaces, and spaces that are both public and private. For private spaces, such as homes, law enforcement needs a judicial warrant to enter. Public spaces, such as parks, streets, and public transport, are where law enforcement doesn't need permission to enter. Workplaces are often a public and private space at the same time. An example of this is a restaurant. At a restaurant, where the customers sit and where the tables and chairs are, that is a public space. But the kitchen, an employee break room, and offices are private spaces, and law enforcement would need a judicial warrant to go in there. An easy way to know the difference between private and public spaces in your workplace is if there is an employees only or a private sign. If your workplace doesn't have a sign up, but it does have private spaces, try to get one. There are only two ways that law enforcement can enter the private space of a workplace. First, with a valid judicial warrant, or second, with the permission from your employer. Think about what type of person your boss is, and make a plan for if they will follow the law and ask for a warrant or not. So the next time you're at work, see where the public and private spaces are. Figure out how to move calmly and without running from the public space to the private one. Talk with your coworkers and make a plan for if law enforcement comes. Immigration agents may come to your workplace for a Form I-9 audit, a raid, or to detain specific people. No matter their reason for coming, you still have rights. You always have the right to remain silent and not answer questions. You also do not have to provide identification. You have the right to refuse a search of your belongings and person. You also always have the right to record law enforcement. If immigration enforcement comes to your workplace, remain calm and do not run. Tell immigration enforcement that you have the right to remain silent and they should speak to your supervisor or boss. Your supervisor will ask them to see a judicial warrant. Make sure that your coworkers also know their rights and do not speak to law enforcement. Do not answer questions about your coworkers. We can protect each other. Important phrases to memorize in English are, I have the right to remain silent. I do not wish to speak with you or answer your questions. I do not give you permission to enter without a warrant signed by a judge. I do not consent to searches of my person, belongings, vehicle, or home. If I am detained, I want to contact my attorney immediately. I refuse to sign anything without advice from an attorney. After an interaction with law enforcement, you should write down any information you can remember, including the agent's names and identification numbers, how the officers were dressed and how they acted, how they treated all employees, such as if they lied, used threats, or intimidation, and if they had a warrant or not. Remember to report the raid to a trusted community organization or union. You can report to the Immigrant Defense Project at 212-752-6422. ICE coming to your workplace can be scary. Remain calm, do not run, and remember that you have rights. Be prepared and make a plan with your coworkers. For more information about interactions with ICE and how to protect yourself, visit our website at nyic.org. Thank you for watching.